Hello. Imagine you're going out with friends or family for a nice night out in the town. You're all dressed up in like your Sunday best or whatever your going out clothes are. You go into your closet to grab your shoes, your nice leather shoes for your outfit you've picked, and you pull them out and they're all dry, looking cracked or dull. That's not good, and you don't want to have to buy new shoes, but you can maintenance these shoes and take better care of them. Hi, I'm James Hedinger, and today I'm going to talk to you about leather shoe care and maintenance. Taking care of your leather shoes, whether it be cow leather or exotic leather such as lizard, ostrich, stuff like that, you can extend the life of these shoes through proper care and maintenance. So shining your leather shoes, applying a polish or some sort of conditioner will allow these shoes not to fade and dry out and crack like we talked about in the first part. Dust is a big killer for leather shoes. It's simple to remove dust or debris from leather, and mostly we're talking about cow leather today. We'll get to the end and talk about some exotics, but cow leather, for example, you can easily just take a brush, and we want to use a natural material for our brush fibers. Horsehair is usually the most popular. For our purpose, I use this brush. It's no frills, a wooden block with woven in horsehair to remove the dust with. Dust will get down in the cracks of the leather, especially cowboy boots, perhaps something you wear outside more often or into the grass or the dirt. You're going to be exposed to a little more abuse than you would a loafer shoe, for example. Here's our shoe in question, our cowboy boot. It's not overly complicated. We're going to take the brush, gently massage it around the boot to remove any debris or loose mud or dirt that has collected, knocking all that stuff off, making sure it doesn't work its way in the natural pores and the natural seams in the material. As you walk, you can actually massage that dirt, those dirt granules in and around the leather, and you're going to eventually start cutting the leather from the inside out. Once you've removed all the dirt from your shoe or your boot in question, and you can use a damp terry cloth or terry towel as well. Don't use any cleaners, don't use any soaps unless they're specifically made for shoe leather. Soaps and such can be very drying on the leather itself. Once you've appropriately brushed off your boot or your shoe, you've removed all the foreign debris, you're going to want to go ahead and add a leather cream or a conditioner, or in my case I usually use a neutral polish to add those lubricants back to the leather and keep them moist and supple. I use this Kiwi brand polish. It's neutral, there's no color added to it. If you like to use color on darker boots such as black or dark blue, you can use a similar colored polish. This neutral does a real good job. It brings out the natural colors of the leather, and it darkens them up ever so slightly just while they're being used. You'd also need an additional applicator brush for your polish. Again, it's just a wood brush with natural horsehair fiber. You can apply the polish with a damp towel as well, like we talked about for cleaning. You can just get your little towel a little bit of moist, rub it into the polish, and then coat the boot or the shoe slowly, evenly. And don't put on very thick coats. Leather is porous and still needs to breathe. So your best bet is applying multiple thin coats as opposed to one big thick coat. Polish like this comes in a little disc or a puck. The cream is usually come in a bottle or a jar. It's more of a liquid form. You just wipe it on. You can take your small brush, apply it to the polish like that. Take your shoe or boot in question and just gently rub the polish on. My polish is sort of dry. I've had it for a while. Coat whatever part of the shoe or the boot you're working with. Real light coat again. You're not trying to glob this stuff on. Once you get it evenly applied, you're going to want to let it sit for a while so it can dry and absorb into the leather in question. We're not going to want to leave this polish on here unattended like this. This kind of polish is meant to be removed. Once it's set the necessary amount of time, whatever the manufacturer would recommend for the type of polish or cream you bought, again, you can use your terry towel and this time keep it dry, or your rag, or in our case we'll use our horsehair brush again to remove the polish. And just simply back and forth motions. Doesn't have to be very firm at all. You're just going over the top of the leather. And you're going to take that polish right off of there, or the excess polish, and you're going to leave a nice shine to the leather. The tip there is what we just did, and the tip has a nice sheen to it. There you go. That's a pretty simplistic way to handle most cow leathers, calf leathers, sheep, goat. Most of your normal domesticated farm animals, you could tend to like that with your leather polish and your maintenance of your shoe. We're going to roll into exotic leathers, which are going to be alligators, snake skins, ostriches, more unique type animals than what you normally see. These shoes or these boots, and they bank them both in loafers and cowboy style, can run you an easily excess of $1,000. And that's a pretty substantial investment in something you're going to put on your feet and wear out and about. These shoes are usually worn less frequently, so people tend to leave them in their closets for a longer period of time. Even if you don't wear your ostrich skin boots or your python snake lined shoes or what have you, you're going to want to still apply leather conditioner or some kind of natural lubricant that the manufacturer suggests to keep those boots from just sitting there and slowly cracking due to drying out. You've seen how rubber, if you leave like your spare tire in your vehicle, may not ever get used, but you go to look at it once every 5 years and it's all cracked and dry rotted. The same thing is going to work for these exotic leathers. If nothing else, take them out of the closet, give them a quick wipe down, remove the dust, and go ahead and apply some kind of lubrication to keep those leathers more supple. Especially when dealing with exotics, do not use alcohol or any kind of harsh cleaning solution if you were to get them extremely dirty. It's going to rapidly accelerate the deterioration of the leather and really cost you in the end of ruining that leather shoe or that leather boot. So that pretty much wraps up our leather shoe care. It's relatively simple. Number one thing is just brush your shoes off when you wear them out. A quick once over, then put them back in the closet. It's going to prevent that dirt from lingering, working itself into natural cracks. If it does work itself into cracks, it'll prevent you from wearing it out again, and you're compounding that issue when you walk and you're flexing the shoe. The dirt's not grinding into the crack and actually damaging the leather itself. It's a whole lot cheaper to maintain shoes than buy new shoes all the time. It's simple. You can probably buy all these tools I bought for under $10, and I maintain my shoes regularly, and they've had all my leather and boot items for several years, well getting my money's worth of the lifespan of the shoe. Thank you so much.